Let me tell you about Dave, a regular guy stuck with probably the worst boss in corporate history. Steve, his manager, was the kind of person who'd take credit for everyone's work, throw people under the bus, and make life miserable just because he could. For 3 years, Dave endured Steve's toxic leadership. The constant belittling, the stolen ideas, the weekend emergency calls that weren't really emergencies. But Dave wasn't just sitting there taking it. No, he was playing the long game, documenting every mistake, every inappropriate comment, every policy violation Steve made. Steve thought he was untouchable, living his perfect life with his corner office and his beautiful wife, Sarah, who he'd constantly brag about at company functions. Little did he know, Sarah had started confiding in Dave during these events, sharing how unhappy she was with Steve's workaholic nature and emotional unavailability. The revenge, it was almost poetic. Dave had been building relationships with the executive team, showing his leadership potential, while carefully compiling evidence of Steve's mismanagement. When the annual audit came around, Dave presented his findings to HR and the board. Years of mishandled projects, fudged numbers, and workplace harassment incidents. Steve never saw it coming. The investigation was swift and devastating. Within a month, he was escorted out of the building, his reputation in shambles. And guess who was the most qualified person to step into that corner office? That's right, Dave. But here's the real kicker. Remember Sarah? Those conversations at company events turned into coffee meetings, which turned into dinners. By the time Steve was fighting unemployment, Sarah had already filed for divorce. And now? Well, let's just say Dave not only has Steve's old job, but also his ex-wife's heart. Some might call it karma, others might call it calculated revenge. But Dave, he just calls it justice served. Sometimes the best revenge isn't served cold. It's served with a corner office and a happy ending.